I tried video number 28, well on my way to 90. This journey has been great up to now. Alright, so in this series, we are now on a second professional help you're going to need. We're going to talk about psychological help today. Psychological help is a key component, right? You got the body and the mind, and if you're taking care of the body, you might as well start taking care of the mind, and you're going to need it through your health journey also. Your mind's going to have to be functioning and making the right choices in all your journeys, and especially in your health one. Okay, so obviously you got yourself somewhere in life, and now either you're getting out, you're trying to get out, or you can't get out. Okay, but you're gonna have to deal with your shit. It's the second time I use this, but you gotta deal with your shit. So it's a great thing. I gave you all these little processes and stuff, but there's some stuff you can't do. You can't get out. You have not the resources. You do not have the expertise, and you're not trained or equipped to deal with your own mind and your own structure. Recommend reading a lot. You know, in this process, that's going to be a tool for later. But you're going to need to read and research and learn new stuff all the time. And through all my readings, I knew I got a strong sense. Every expert said, every book said, you can't do this on your own. So get the psychological help. There's no getting away around this, and without guidance, you're wasting time, you're wasting energy. You can be guided through a process that is much quicker with professionals, especially in the psychological field. All right, thought of the day. Your thoughts are who you are. They're how you see things, how you construct your reality. These are your thoughts. Your thoughts on what is happening is what you make it to be. Okay? So if you can change your thoughts, you can change your reality. Here's an example, and this is my wife and I, right? We have two different ways of seeing things sometimes. I don't look at the weather because I don't need to know what may or may not happen. I don't need the percentage of the crap we're gonna get. So I kind of stay away. I've been off weather for about 2 years. And I'm still way alive, and you know, it's sunny outside. I see it. I see other people dressing. I can handle it. But specifically, we're going to the water park as a family, and there was a thunderstorm watch for between 3 and 4 p.m. 20 to 40%. So my wife, you know, kept checking the phone at Calypso. So that's time consumption right there. There was a time stress, a stress over when is this gonna happen. I gotta make sure. Where's the radar? Watching when. Okay. So then she's looking at the clouds. So now she was thinking, well, okay. So now we got to prepare for this now, because now we're aware of the danger. We're aware of the craziness. Now we got to prepare. So now what we're gonna do? So her plan was we're at Calypso, about 1 kilometer away from the car. We were gonna use 10 minutes before the rain shower to get to the car. Stay in the car during the rain shower, which was going to last, in my opinion, 2 minutes, maybe 5, and walk an old 20 minutes back, 10 minutes back, and that would have taken 30 minutes out of our pleasure time. So there are many levels there. You're worried, you're time worried, you're going to waste time, and you don't even know if it's actually going to happen because you were at 40% chance. Here's the way I deal with it. Who cares? I don't know about the weather. I see some clouds over there. I can sense it. I'll prepare it. So my way, my scout way with my daughters, and the daughters there. So we're just gonna, this is probably not gonna hit. If it does, it's gonna be 3 minutes anyways. We're gonna hide under this tree and this picnic table, and we'll be fine, and there are trees everywhere. Wherever we're gonna be at that time, we do that for 5 minutes, and it'll be over, the sunshine will come out, and then done. So my daughter chose that plan. My wife still went to the car, which is fine. My daughter said, this plan sounds much better. This guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. I remember at the end she said, how did you know all that? I said, I've been living for 40 years. I've seen storms, I've seen radars, I've seen it all. And my intuition, my focus was, this is going to be over before we even know it. And it was. We were on that picnic table for 3.5 minutes. Even had fun running in the rain. Why not? Those are the fun things. So imagine this. So why am I saying all this? Your thoughts create your reality. So what you're thinking about creates how you function through life. So if you're thinking about that storm coming, well, that's what you're thinking about. And you're not enjoying that full family time because the back of your mind, you got, oh, there's a storm coming. Man, I'm telling you, you can flip that around. Instead of, and this is how I've tried to prepare my child for life, instead of worrying about it, get the skills to handle it when it happens. So, man, it could have been a tornado out there and I still would have handled that correctly. I probably would have went to the car if it was a tornado. But I didn't need to worry about the tornado all day and have my cell phone out and waste time and energy on thinking about it. Because I planned my new skills and ways of reacting to things in a logical manner. So the thought process on the same event can create two different reactions, two different behaviors, patterns, different results. So that's what I mean when your thoughts create your reality. All right. So anyways, I was having way too much fun with my family to even worry about these things. But I'm telling you, 3 years ago, I'd have been that guy. I wouldn't even have went because of the rain, maybe. Okay? There's wow. Reflections on my SFM journey. SFM is a system for life. I keep getting these brain flashes about SFM. But here's the deal. I find that there's training before the training I've been mentioning, and there's a whole mindset. And this mindset, whenever you come into it, depending on where you already are on your not professional, but on your mindset, the system will pick you up at the speed you're at. So I found SFM 6 months ago, but I was already 2.5 years into a change process. And SFM was speaking to me like it was another powerful thing. Every word that Stuart was saying was me. Every word. When I'm telling you, 2 years ago, every word wouldn't have been me. I had to go through that other process of change to get there. So SFM will create that mindset if you like, but it will be hard if you don't already have something. But once you fit into that mindset and you apply those strategies correctly, it's massive. It is massive. So SFM, after reflecting, I'd recommend this a little later in the process, maybe a year after some changes, because you don't want SFM to be your change process. You want SFM to be your learning process and your financial and your freedom. That's what you want to use it for. So you got to be kind of ready for the readiness, if I can even say that. Prepare for the preparations. I wonder, and the amount of impact SFM can have, and I wonder the leadership right now, how they got there. Were they ready before? Was it one of those, my life is done, we're moving on? I think that the leadership has something different than the base. I'll leave it at that. There's something, so we'd have to look at them, ask them, see how SFM changed their path of life and their mindset. What I learned from yesterday, that I can truly enjoy time with my family and doing family things. It might sound like a crazy thing for a dad to say, but first time dad, my child's 6 years old now. I mean, there's a lot of things you're going to need to learn about raising a child. And up to now, family time was kind of ruining my time, right? All about me. My ego was how to struggle with my time now goes to my daughter. I need to sleep more. I can't keep doing this. And it was like family time was in my way, I guess I could say that. Wow, how horrible is that? But it isn't now, and I'm starting to wake up to this, how much fun I can have with a 6-year-old, a being that wants to learn and know. And if you don't shut that down, if you participate in that growth, you're one of the most respected, responsible persons on earth. And that feeling you get that you have a purpose, and you have a why, and this is his child. So Family Day Calypso became something different. We're in the lineup. Instead of bitching about being in the lineup, we talk about things that we wanted to get out, that we needed to talk about. So the lineups didn't seem much. The people weren't in the way. It was I was enjoying the 6-year-old enjoying it. She had no problem with this. Why should I find problems in everything? Family time. Good stuff. Gratitude. Reassessment. Reassessing things. Once you're on a path and you're on a vision, it's good sometimes to stop, reassess where you're going, reassess why you're going there. What were the initial triggers? What were the initial decisions that made me choose a different behavior? And now go reassess if it's actually creating the rewards you need. Maybe you need to tweak it a little bit more. So reassessment is this is very necessary, and this is how I came to think about this today. Is when there's so much pressure, when you put so much pressure on you, because I have a system and I put so much pressure on. My intuition was telling me you need to take a break, and I'm filming 5 videos today because I wasn't in a place to do them. I got my scripts down, but I couldn't film it. There was something wrong. So my intuition was saying, whoa, just wait, reassess this. And 5 minutes later it came to me, I couldn't get the videos out because I needed the feeling that I had a control on that 8 video series about the professionals and the programs. And I also wanted to get in there, and this is what came to me, an intro video to it. I didn't want to just jump into tools and professionals. I wanted this section to be, phase 2, to be a little bit more out there, a little bit more in your face, more important. So I wanted to take it out of the whole system and make sure that we have an intro for it, and then an 8 series on my professionals. So I was told to stop and relax and rethink, and I reassessed the situation, and that's what happened. So now my videos are flowing. I'm filming 5 in a day, but that's all part of the journey and all part of the work I have to do. So I listen to myself. Yeah, not too fast. I should have, could have, what does it say? Yeah, like I said, slow down. The picture became clear, and what I had to do became clear, instead of forcing something I didn't feel was good anymore. Reassess. Plans for the day, get back on track. It's Monday morning. Wake up from the pool parties. And we're going to write one of my scripts today. And tonight is the birthday dinner evening with Caroline's wife, that's my wife, her sister, and her husband. So it's the 4 of us going to a fancy little dinner tonight for her birthday. Tool of the day. Okay, the psychologist. So you're going to want to find, you got a week. Week 2, you're going to want to find a psychologist, a great one. I wouldn't just call the first number. I'd do a little research. I'd read some stuff, maybe a book or 2 on personal development, and find that one that fits you. For me, it was someone that was trained or had the baggage of Carl Jung. Some of my readings led me toward Carl Jung's, one of the great psychologists, and I wanted this person to have some training in that field, because it touches behavior patterns and how you got them. And when you read some of this guy's stuff, you're like, this is me. It's about me, because it's me. It's my life. Because he's described so many, the patterns, the ways you accumulate your life is based on your input of everything you've ever received. So if you believe the news all the time, then that's what you believe. Okay. Well, I'm not going to go into more detail of Carl Jung, but I would definitely look for someone in that, and behavior pattern modification, stuff like that. Yeah, first thing I would mention. So, why we need this? So now that your body's going into the right direction, we need to get your mind going to the right direction. And your mind creates your reality. It processes it. Your mind is how is holding you back. Your mind is creating your new future. Your mind is doing whatever it's doing. It is controlling your actions. And if you don't notice it, it will control it for you. And if you can notice it and become aware, you can change your mind. You can make your mind change its idea because you want a different future. It's very doable. Okay, but the psychologist will identify these patterns with you and will identify what got you there or what you need to get out or why do you see it like this, and ask yourself some questions about your behaviors. All right. So you need to retrain your mind by a professional. Your mind has trained itself to become who it is now, what it is now. So you can't trust your mind. Your mind is who you are now. If you want to be this other person, your mind is not going to get you there. Weird thing to say. Your current mind, your current way of living and seeing and reality is not going to get you there. No way. It's not. You're not going to get lucky. It's not going there. So you have to create a new mind, and your current mind can't do it. So weird, but you're going to have to get a psychologist, and they can get into that mind and make sure it's reprogrammed the right way with the right thought process. Thought process is what you're going to want to get down to. Okay. So your subconscious is already programmed, and you can't trust it. Evaluate your thought process. You got to figure out how to create you. Yeah, you got to figure out how you're going to create you. How you can use your mind to create your new life that you want. People. Yeah. There you go. I got to the end. So remember that you are part of the problem and you're part of the solution. You're part of it. If it's a problem you have, you're part of it because your body feels it, your emotions feel it. It's a problem. It is your problem. And you're part of it. You created it. You're holding on to it. You're doing something to it. The psychologists help you break through that stuff and find the solutions that only you can come up with. Everyone else's solutions may not work for you. So get a good psychologist that gets down to your issues and makes you figure out how you're going to solve them. And then by choices, you will create a new future. So we got week 1, your body. Week 2, you got your mind. Get the body in health. Get the mind checked by psychologists. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I wish you a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.